In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, I would like to welcome all of you students of today's lesson, which is going to be about Unit 5, reading. Today, inshallah, we have many objectives. Let's see the objectives of today's lesson. Today, we will analyze the animals reacting to danger, simplify an animal or human rescue stories, write another title for the text, point out the way thunder the horse helped his owner, name a wild animal that rescued humans according to the text, and finally list the benefits of having a pet. Okay, so inshallah we will start the reading now. Now, as you can see, this is the title. Can you read the title? Okay, animal heroes. Okay, animal heroes. Now, look at this question. In what ways do people benefit from animal companionship? I'm talking about the partnership or companion to be with animals and human. Okay, in what way or ways? Okay, do people benefit from this relationship? Can you understand this question? Very good. Okay, why? Because it's important to give me ways of being benefit from the animal. For example, if you have a cat inside your house, a bird maybe, okay, some kind of birds and so on. Okay, when talking about the companion or the relationship between animal and human, of course. Okay, very good. Now, inshallah, in this unit, we are going to do many strategies, but first, we will go over skimming and scanning. We talked about this earlier. Reading strategies, we have skimming and scanning. Today, inshallah, we will do this one, okay, the skimming and scanning. Then we will do another one, okay. But first, I want you now to open your book, page 74 and 75, of course. Okay, pages 74 and 75. Now, you are going to read very quickly, okay, and try to have an idea, an overall idea about the paragraphs. Of course, I will show you the paragraphs very quickly on the screen. Then I need you to read the first 2 or 3 lines, the first 2 or 3 lines in each paragraph. Okay, try to take an overall idea. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Now, you have here 2 paragraphs. Try to get an overall idea. Try to read the first lines I'm talking about. Of course, pay attention to the dots here, okay, or the full stop I'm talking about. Okay, try to read the first or the 2 sentences, the first or 2 sentences here. Okay, then inshallah we will move at the other one. Very quickly, do the skimming one, okay? Nice. Let's move to the second one. Here, as I said earlier, the first or the second sentences I'm talking about in each paragraph. Very good. Nice. Let's move to the third one here. Yes, it is not only domesticated animals who have, then you can have an idea about what I'm talking about. Here, at times, even animals commonly considered aggressive and dangerous. Keep on reading, finding the overall or taking the overall idea. Okay, very good. Now, we have questions. We have 3 questions. Question number 1. What does the title Animal Heroes refer to? Question number 2. Is it only domesticated animal that help people, or do wild animals sometimes help as well? Question number 3. What animals will you read about in the article? Very good. Now, let's try to answer these 3 questions here, guys. Number 1, what does the title Animal Heroes refer to? If you have read the first paragraph, you will find the answer, of course. Okay, now look, it refers to animals that help people. Animals that help people. What about number 2? Is it only domestic animal or even the wild one? Okay, so here both domestic and wild animals help people at times. Okay, both. We have both domestic and wild. Number 3, what animals will you read? You will read about. We talked about, cat, horse, gorilla, and dolphin, okay, or dolphins. So these are the animals mentioned in the article. Very good. Now, I want you to go on the first one here. I'm talking about now the article itself. You are going to read, and at the same time you are going to listen. Okay, inshallah, I will try to illustrate each one of the paragraphs I'm talking about here. But first, you need to open your book pages 74 and 75. Okay, and now we are going to listen to the audio and along while you are reading. Okay, while you are reading. Very good. Let's start by reading this one.
Pages 74 and 75. 8. Reading.
Animal Heroes. One night, Pilar was in a deep sleep when she was woken by her cat, Inti. Inti was meowing wildly outside Pilar's bedroom and throwing himself against the closed bedroom door. When Pilar opened her eyes, she saw that her bedroom was filling with smoke. As she escaped her house with Inti in her arms, she saw that a fire was blazing in her kitchen. Pilar could easily have lost consciousness from breathing in the smoke, but Inti would not let that happen. Even though Inti could have escaped the house through a cat door, he wouldn't leave Pilar. A fireman at the scene said, "Without question, that cat is responsible for saving his owner's life. He should be honored as a hero."
Very good. Now, we talked about this cat. What is the name of this cat? It is called, Inti. Okay, Inti. So, and what is the owner name? Pilar. Okay, so Pilar was in a deep sleep when she was woken by her cat Inti. So the cat woken the owner. Okay, Inti was mowing wildly outside Pilar's bedroom. Why? Because what happened in this time? Okay, she saw that her bedroom was filling with smoke. Okay, smoke. As she escaped her house with Inti in her arms, okay, she saw that a fire was blazing in her kitchen. So the fire was in her kitchen. Then, what happened here? Pilar could easily have lost consciousness. We talked about consciousness. Okay, do you remember this word? Okay, being awake, okay, from breathing in the smoke, but Inti would not let that happen. Why? Even though Inti could have escaped the house through a cat door, what happened here actually? He wouldn't leave Pilar. So the cat could have escaped the house from the cat door, but he couldn't or wouldn't leave Pilar. A fireman at the scene said, without question, that cat is responsible for saving his owner's life. He should be honored as a hero. Okay, now let's go to the second story, of course, but first let's read this together. Okay, then we will move to the second story. Are you ready? Very good, let's start.
As amazing as this story is, it is not as uncommon as you may think. There are countless stories of animals coming to the aid of humans in life-threatening situations. Animals are said to have a sixth sense for danger. Often they are alert to danger before humans are and have used this awareness to protect humans from harm. Take the example of Charlotte Lee and her horse, Thunder. One warm summer night, the whole family was asleep with the windows open. It was normally very quiet where they lived. There were only a few farmhouses scattered about the area and hardly any traffic. All of a sudden, there was a loud crashing noise from the stable. Charlotte woke up with a start and her heart pounding as the noise continued. She was so frightened she froze. No matter how hard she tried, she could not move. The noise stopped as suddenly as it had started, and she heard a horse galloping towards the house. The next thing she saw was Thunder standing outside her window, neighing and shaking his head as he stomped on the wooden porch. She knew enough about horses to know that Thunder was disturbed for a reason, and wasted no time speculating. She quickly got everyone out of the house before the earthquake hit. Part of the roof caved in and crashed into her room. Thunder had deliberately saved her life.
Okay, this was actually the second story, okay, about, of course, what is the name of this horse? Thunder. Very good, okay, Thunder. So when I'm talking about Thunder here, okay, what happened with Thunder? As you can see, quick scanning, please, quick scanning, okay. So where was Thunder actually? Where was he? He was in the stable. Very good. He was in the stable, okay. And then he started doing what? Charlotte woke up with a start and her heart bounding as the noise continued, okay. She was so frightened, okay. Now I'm talking about adjectives. She froze. No matter how hard she tried, she could not move, okay. The noise stopped as suddenly as it had started, okay. Now what happened actually here? And she heard a horse galloping toward the house, okay. The horse, I mean Thunder here, was galloping toward the house, okay. Then the next thing she saw was Thunder standing outside her window, neighing and shaking his head as he stomped on the wooden porch, okay. So Thunder felt that our earthquake is going to hit, okay. So here she quickly got everyone out of the house before the earthquake hit, okay. So I'm talking about the earthquake. Okay, this is actually something important when talking about the sixth sense. Here I'm talking about the thunder. Part of the roof caved in and crashed into her room. Okay, Thunder had deliberately saved her life. Do you remember this word? On purpose, intentionally I'm talking about, okay? Deliberately or intentionally. Very good. Now, we are going to move to the third story. Okay, look at this picture here. Yeah, can you recognize this one, this animal? It's a dolphin. Very good. Okay, now we are going to read also and listen at the same time. Okay, please follow the audio, read along the audio. Okay, let's start.
Yet it is not only domesticated animals who have acted heroically. There are also stories of wild animals coming to the rescue of humans. One animal known to be a friend and protector of humans is the dolphin. Dolphins are considered to be among the most intelligent of animals. On dozens of occasions, they have used this intelligence to come to the aid of humans in dangerous situations. One such story involves a surfer named Todd Endress. Todd was surfing with his friends when he was attacked by a 13-foot, 4-meter shark. In the middle of the attack, a group of dolphins came to his rescue by forming a protective ring around Endress until he could get safely to shore. Without the help of the dolphins, there is little chance that Todd would have survived.
Very good. This is the third story. We are talking about the dolphin. Okay, we're talking about here the dolphin. Yet, it's not only domesticated animals who have acted heroically, okay? There are also stories of wild animals. So here I'm talking with the dolphin is considered as wild animal, okay? Coming to the rescue of humans. One animal known to be a friend and protector of humans. Now I'm talking about protector of humans is the dolphin. Then dolphins are considered to be among the most intelligent of animals. Among, okay, in between, okay, between the most intelligent of animals. 1 dozen of occasions they have used this intelligence, and we have intelligent, okay, and intelligence. What is the difference between these two words? The first one is an adjective and the second one is a noun, okay? So here, now this one is an adjective, okay? Intelligent and intelligence. To come to the side of humans in dangerous situations. Then, one such story involves a surfer named Surfer, okay, who goes on shore, or for example, or in seas, okay, using a board, okay, a wooden board, of course, named Todd Andrews. Todd here was surfing with his friends when he was attacked by a 13-foot, 4 meters shark, okay? So he was attacked by a shark. In the middle of the attack, a group of dolphins came to his rescue by forming what? A protective ring around Andrews until he could get safely to the shore. So what happened here? Actually, the dolphins formed a protective ring around Todd, of course, and he got safely to the shore. Without the help, of course, what will happen to Todd? Maybe he will be eaten by the shark, the 4-meter shark, okay? Now, let's move to here. We have the fourth story. Now look at this picture here. What do we have? This is the gorilla. Do you remember this one? Very good. Now you are going to listen to the story of rescuing. Here I'm talking about the gorilla, okay? Are you ready? Let's start.
At times, even animals commonly considered aggressive and dangerous have come to the aid of humans. One famous case involves Binti Jua, an 8-year-old female gorilla who lives at the Brookfield Zoo in Illinois, USA. Binti was celebrated as a hero when she protected a 3-year-old boy who fell into the walled gorilla area. Binti picked up the unconscious boy, carefully cradled him in her arms, and brought him to the zookeeper's door so that he could be taken out. After 4 days in the hospital, the boy recovered completely. No one is sure why animals have so often come to our aid. However, it is clear evidence of the deep and powerful bond between humans and animals. It is important that we respect this bond by treating animals with the care and compassion that they often show us.
Very good. Now, what happened with the gorilla here? I'm talking about, okay? At times, even animals commonly considered aggressive and dangerous have come to the aid of humans. Aid. It means help, okay? It means help or helping sometimes. Helping of humans. Help of humans. One famous case involves Binti Jua, an 8-year-old female gorilla. Okay, 8 years, only 8 years old. Female gorilla who lives at the Brookfield Zoo in Illinois, or USA, of course, talking about. Binti was celebrated as a hero when she, what? Protected, okay, a 3-year-old boy, okay, who fell into the world, okay, I'm talking about the gorilla area, okay. Binti picked up the unconscious boy carefully. Look, here we have the unconscious boy, okay. We talked about consciousness, now I'm talking about the opposite of being awake, okay. So he was, for example, losing his conscious here, okay, unconsciousness. The conscious boy carefully called him in her arms and brought him to the zookeepers, okay? I'm talking about the zookeeper. The zookeeper, the one who protect or who goes around the zoo itself, okay, asking or looking for the safety, okay, of people or the audience or the visitor I'm talking about, okay. The zookeeper doors so that he could be taken out, okay. After 4 days in the hospital, of course, the boy, after being unconscious, he was taken to the hospital, okay, but after 4 days, okay, in the hospital, the boy recovered completely, so he came back conscious, okay, and as I said earlier, consciousness I'm talking about, and unconscious, conscious and unconscious, okay, very good. Now, we said that no one is sure why animals have so often come to our aid. We said aid, it means help, okay? However, it is clear evidence of the deep and powerful bond. Do you remember bond? Yeah, very good. We talked about it's like a link or connection between I'm talking about two human beings, for example, or even for animals and humans, okay? Between humans and animals. It is important that we respect, okay? We should respect this bond by treating animals with the care and compassion. We talked about compassion, feeling concern and sympathy, of course, that they often show us, as you can see in these stories we talked about, okay? Very good. Now let's move to the after reading. We have 5 questions, okay? Let's read them together. Number 1, in what way do animals have a sixth sense? Number 2, what did thunder do to protect Charlotte? 3, what reputation do dolphins have? What story demonstrates this? Number 4, what did dolphins do to save Todd in this life? And number 5, how was a young boy saved by a gorilla at the Brookfield Zoo? Now, if you go back to the stories, of course you will find, the article, you will find the answer of these 5 questions. Okay, let's start. In what way do animals have a sixth sense? Nice. So here they are alert. Do you remember alert? To danger before humans are. Okay. Do you remember thunder? What happened to thunder there? Okay. Or even with the Inti, the cat, when she saw the smoke, okay, and she started running to the room, okay, the bedroom, of course. Number 2, what did thunder do to protect Charlotte? Okay, he started what? Galloped towards Charlotte's house, okay, and with the noise she made, saved everyone in the house from the earthquake hit. Okay, the earthquake hit. So thunder started galloping or galloped towards Charlotte's house. Number 3, what reputation do dolphins have? Reputation? Okay, sometimes if you do something good, okay, it means that you have a good reputation because this one or this man doing good all time. Okay, so you are going to have a reputation. And what story demonstrates this? Now we are going to see about the dolphins. Dolphins are thought to be friends. This is the reputation. Friends and protectors of humans. Okay, friends and protectors. The example of how they saved Todd and Driss demonstrate this, of course, being or forming a protective ring. Do you remember this from the shark, of course? Number 4, what did dolphins do to save Todd and Driss' life? I just say it. Yeah, here, dolphins formed a protective circle or ring around Andres to help him get to the shore, okay, to the shore. 5, how was a young boy saved by a gorilla? What happened here? Yeah, so the boy fell into the gorilla area, okay, the world, of course. The gorilla picked him him up and carried him to the zookeeper. Picked up or picked him up. Do you remember the phrasal verbs we talked about? Okay, very good. Okay, so the gorilla picked him up and carried him to the zookeeper. Very good. Now, we have something now in you that here, understanding details. I'm going to ask you some questions about the paragraph, but first, I need to close your books. I need you now to remember, use your memory, okay, to remember those questions and try to answer them, okay? Let's start very quickly. In what room of the house was the fire located? Number 2, did the cat need Pilar to get her out of her house? Nice. So in what room, in which room I mean? Here I'm talking about the kitchen. Very good. Did the cat need Pilar to get her out from the house? Of course not, because the cat, she could escaped, okay, or gotten out through the cat door. Through the cat door. Very good. You can find this in paragraph number 1. Next, paragraph 3. Now we have 4 questions. Try now to answer these questions. Where was the horse? Where was the horse? In the stable. Very good. What did the horse do? Do you remember? Galloped towards the house. Okay. So start making noise and gallop towards the house. Nice. How did Charlotte react? React. Very good. So what happened here? She understood that thunder was disturbed, worried. Do you remember disturbed? For a reason. And finally, what did Charlotte do? What happened here? Charlotte, of course, she got everyone out of the house before the earthquake hit. Very good. You can find the answer on paragraph 3. Let's move. Paragraph 4, here we have 2 questions. What was Todd Andres doing when he was attacked by the shark? So he was surfing. Okay, he was surfing. Very good. How big was the shark that attacked Todd? How big? We said, do you remember? 4 meters long. 4 meters long. The next one, paragraph 5. Okay, we have 3 questions. Now, was the gorilla in the story male or female? Do you remember? Very good. Okay, 8 years. I'm talking about male or females. Yeah, female. Very good. How old was the gorilla? How old? I'm talking about the age. 8 years old. And how many days was the boy in the hospital after being before being recovered? So talking about 4 days. 4 days. Very good, guys. Now we have finished our lesson today. Just let's read the objectives of today's lesson very quickly. Analyze the animal's reaction to danger. Simplify an animal or human rescue story. Write another title for the text. Point out the way Thunder, the horse, helped his owner. And name a wild animal that rescued humans according to the text. Finally, list the benefits of having a pet. I would like to thank all of you for watching us today. And inshallah, I will see you at the next lesson. Goodbye.